Hey folks, welcome in. Thank you for joining us on Sacramento Community Watch channel. I am your host, Reno News Now, also known as the ADHD Auditor. Welcome everybody, and thank you to all my neurodivergent fans out there. Have a wonderful day.
What's up, everybody?
As you know, with me today is Chief England. He's our chief investigator, and we got some bangers of videos today that we're going to cover. Let's go ahead and start with housekeeping. First of all is Chief England's case against the city of Reno, trying to overturn his what we consider illegal or unconstitutional, I should say, arrest of resisting a public officer. Now, folks, remember, in Nevada, there is no resisting arrest. It's resisting a public officer, and it's not a secondary crime as most people think. They can actually arrest you for it right off the bat, which is kind of the reason why it's unconstitutional, because it says anything that they perceive that can delay or obstruct, their investigation or what. It's so stupid. It's written unconstitutionally, and if you were to challenge it, the way Chief England did it was the way to do it, in my opinion. But again, opinions are like belly buttons. Everybody has one. Apparently, the judge's opinion was to say that, yeah, he did delay or obstruct an investigation. Well, no, he didn't. He was exercising NRS 171.1233. Now, unfortunately, nothing has happened on that case yet. But folks, if anything happens in that case, we're going to be the first ones to let you know what happens on that. So, but Chief did have some information about his internal affairs complaint. You want to go ahead and let us know about that, Chief?
Yeah, so as far as movement is concerned, or as far as them contacting me or anything, they haven't reached out to me. But when they do, we will bring you guys that news the moment we get it. If you guys aren't aware, I filed a complaint in person with the Internal Affairs Department against tyrannical officer Anthony Sotelo. And yeah, they said they will get back to us when they conclude. So pretty much it on that.
Yeah, so we're basically playing the waiting game on that one. But other than that, the government's always slow to act. They're quick to arrest you, but they're slow to react on everything else.
Yep.
It's just so stupid. So anyways, folks, just want to point out that over on the Sacramento Community Watch, we do have memberships out there. Please, if like, share, and subscribe to all of our channels, but especially over at Sacramento Community Watch channel, if you're watching us on other channels, has the ability to join and become a virtual watchman. Sometimes we release videos early there, folks, so that way members get to see them first, member-only content, and usually if there's a message from Chief England, you'll be the first to know there. If I don't know if you're going to do this, but next time you go to Sacramento, Chief, are you going to post in the community page, for members that you're heading down there, or is that something that you don't want to do?
We'll let you guys know first.
We'll let members know. So click the join button after you subscribe and become a virtual watchman today. Also, if you guys want to see your comments up on the screen towards the end of the video, we do super chats and super stickers over at the Sacramento Community Watch Network, or channel. If you guys, again, we will shout you out at the end of the videos if you do super chats. So basically, it's if you like what we do and like what content we bring you, please contribute. That's basically it. It's like tipping for breadsticks,
Exactly.
Megan Fox and Tug Go usually is like, it's bread. Send us your breadstick money. Don't send us your ramen money. If you got money for breadsticks, send us your breadstick money, but not your ramen money. So, let's see here. Other than that, is there anything else for housekeeping, Chief?
No, that's pretty much it. We covered it.
Okay. It looks like you got a shout out here, Chief. It looks like Outreach Media Productions said that I was the one detained on K Street in Sacramento for the assault with a deadly weapon. Thank you for being present that day, and you contributed to my safety.
Oh, man. Assault with a deadly weapon. I think that was okay. K Street and 10th, right?
Yeah, I think so. That's what they said. So, yeah, that's what we're out there, folks. Community watching, making sure that, the police are doing their job as well, folks. We love good policing. If they're doing their job, we won't have anything to say. So
right, and like Outreach Media Production said, we're there for the public safety. We hear officers scream all the time, officer safety, officer safety. Well, we're there for public safety. and we're there to document the entire encounter and make sure nobody's life is lost, due to some stupidity or somebody not knowing the law.
Public safety comes first. Officer safety comes second.
Absolutely.
Officers. I like how one of the auditors out there goes, officer safety is officer cowardness.
Yep.
Let that one sink in. So we're going to go and start off here with our first reaction video. We're going to do live reaction videos to auditing and news videos. Folks, this is what we usually do on Thursday or Saturday nights. This week it just happened on Saturday, but try to keep an eye out for us around 8 o'clock ish on Thursdays or Saturdays. Right now we're going to try to do our best to maybe hit both days if we're feeling generous, but we were going to try to do it this Thursday, but we just kind of I've been really busy. Our schedules didn't mesh, and I've been really busy at work, so so life happens. So the first video we're going to do tonight, folks, is going to be Indisputable with Dr. Rashad Ritchie. He's part of the Young Turks network. I've been a fan of the Young Turks. I kind of watch them off and on. I'm not going to get into that's national politics. I don't do national politics on this channel, folks. So
you guys do us a favor, like, share, subscribe to his channel. Let him know we sent you.
I'm going to actually subscribe to it right now here. So see, a little bell goes ding, ding, ding. So
he does phenomenal work. He's a phenomenal journalist. So you guys
and folks
into this.
Usually any of the videos that we feature tonight, we both give you a link to the content creator on YouTube, and we give you a link to the YouTube video so you can go back and watch it yourself. So that way, if you want to give them the love that they deserve, you can watch it without our commentary as well. So, but you guys are here for our commentary, and that's we love you for sticking around, folks. Yeah. So here we go. We're going to get right into the video.
Rangers handcuffed while walking. While black. Here it is.
Oh my gosh.
Black hoodie, black pants, black shorts. Come here. Just stand by the van right there. I just want to talk to y'all. That's it.
We're not trying to talk to y'all, bro.
Okay, well, I'm trying to talk to you. I'm giving you a lawful order to stop.
What is up with these lawful orders? Oh my God. Again, what's his lawful order? I mean,
because he's a police officer, he's telling them to stop. He wants to talk, so that's what they have to do. It's a lawful order.
Hey, I'll be right back. We're going to keep going here.
Lawful order?
Yeah, it is. All right. Go ahead, call your mom.
So at this point, this is harassment on behalf of the police department or this deputy. I mean, I don't understand why he's even trying to make contact with him here. They already advised that they don't want to speak to him. So why are you still hassling them? Why are you still harassing them?
You're not gonna touch me! You're on me for no reason! Call my mom, bro! Call my mom, bro!
I'm telling you
for no reason, bro!
I'm telling you
he on me for no reason! He on me for no reason, bro! We trying to go to our friend's house! We trying to go to our friend's house! He on me for no reason! He on me for no reason!
6-1 taser. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
I see some tyrannical bullies. That's what I see. This is disturbing.
So my question is what's the probable cause? What's the reasonable articulable suspicion in the first place? Is this a consensual conversation or is this a detainment? I mean, These are all the first things going on. I mean, these people don't know that they're detained. He's not once said that they're detained. He's just told them to stop, and that's a lawful order. There is no lawful order to stop. Just because you want to have a conversation there, officer. You said you wanted to have a conversation. They said they didn't, so the consensual conversation's denied. So unless you're detaining them, you have no lawful order. So why are you detaining them? Hey, Bobby Swisher, what's up? Thank you. Thank you for joining in.
What's up, bro? Thanks for joining us.
Get on the ground. On the ground. I'm going to tase you. Get on the ground. Put the phone down.
What's up, bro?
Lay down. On your stomach.
What's up, bro? What's up, bro?
Good.
What's up, bro? It's okay. It's all right, bro. It's good. It's good, bro.
You hear him saying it for sure. It's okay. It's all right. What in the hell?
Here we go again. Put up the picture for a mask. I'm going to give you the background to this Fort Bend County Sheriff's deputy. His name is Mason Kohler. Officer Kohler approached two black teenagers walking on the public sidewalk through a residential neighborhood. Nothing illegal about that. He orders them to stop because he wanted to, quote, talk with them, claiming he was giving them a lawful order to stop. See, that's not how it works. The young men knew their rights and continued to walk away from Officer Kohler, telling him, that's no lawful order, end quote. The officer then walked up to them, grabbing the 17-year-old male by the arm and then dragging him to the ground, where he sat on top of him and handcuffed him with two other cops. Quote, I'm just trying to talk to you, Kohler said as he was manhandling the teen. If you would have listened to me, but Kohler never articulated whether he had a reasonable suspicion of probable cause to engage. Before I continue that part is not a part of importance. It is the part of importance. Why? Because he could not articulate the suspicion. He could not thus give a lawful anything. He has no right of interaction. The individual, meaning the teenager, retains all constitutional rights to simply not engage in law enforcement. Am I free to go? As some would put it.
Absolutely.
The probable cause,
and what we usually say in the First Amendment auditing community is if we're free to go, we're free to stay.
Absolutely.
If I'm free to go, I'm free to stay. I'm free not to talk to you.
And absent of a crime, what police officers need to realize is if there's no crime, there is no telling you to do anything. Absent of a crime.
Oh, Bobby Swisher says, Chief, I was the guy that helped you fix your tripod in West Sac in front of Rayleigh's.
Yeah, in the white truck. How you doing, brother?
Welcome in, Bobby. Thank you for joining us tonight. Glad you're here.
Speaking of, that was one of the most annoying days dealing with that tripod. Oh, man. Had me pissed off.
You're an honorary watchman there, Bobby. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely,
Suspicion
bro.
never
I appreciate your help for that day, bro. Shout out to Bobby Swisher.
by the officer. Nothing. The teens had committed no crime to justify the violent detainment, despite how common it is detaining people for walking while black. It is actually not lawful. Quote, when a law enforcement officer gives you an order to do something, you have to do that, Kohler told the teen after he handcuffed.
That is not true.
Right. He's trying to put that poison in his head while he's young and black, that anytime an officer tells you to do something, gives you an order to do something, you have to do it. No, that's stupid. Because there has to be a difference between law and reality. Like, what if an officer tells you to shoot somebody?
Yeah, like was pointed out in your trial. Yeah. It's like, what's a lawful order? According to most cops out there, again, I'm using cops, not police, cops, it's anything that comes out of their mouth because they're a law enforcement officer. No, a law enforcement officer, a lawful order is not anything that comes out of your mouth, officer.
It has to be backed by a specific law.
It has to be backed by law. Exactly.
The teenager in the back of a patrol car. Ladies and gentlemen, that is false. That is false. Cops are not allowed to simply walk up and bark orders and expect instant compliance. It does not work that way. There has to be a legal basis for the order, despite Officer Kohler's belief that citizens must comply with an order or else face abuse and arrest. Officer Kohler also claimed in the video the teens were running away from him. When the video shows they were walking away from him, He also claimed the teen he detained was, quote, fighting him when he was actually resisting an unlawful arrest without physical violence.
That's what
And
officers
Kohler also accused the teens of, quote, reaching, which is a common law enforcement excuse to justify abuse, even killing a citizen over an imaginary gun. However, the video does not appear to show the teens doing any of that, reaching anything. Why is Officer Kohler emphasizing falsities if the interaction is legitimate?
That's what officers do. It happens way too much. Hey, in my case, the officer did the same thing. Disgusting.
Yep, exactly.
The very reason the officer.
I mean, the thing is until you hold law enforcement officers accountable under the law and get rid of that qualified immunity and police start policing themselves, it's never going to get any better, folks. It just is not. The police do not police themselves because it's all that thin blue line BS that needs to be rooted out from their mentality. I mean, it's fine if they do want to express that opinion at home, off hours, off duty, but it should never be on their chest. It should never be part of their police force. That thin blue line is a gang symbol. I'm sorry, folks. It just is. And it's a desecration of the flag. Anyways, let's keep going.
Is embellishing the story, lying on the narrative, providing a false report, is because he knows what he actually did does not hold legal muster. So The Texas law firm, the Greening Law Group, they've gotten involved.
So what happens, folks, guys, is the police lie on their report, hope that a municipal judge winds up just glossing over it, and because they're all buddy with the police officers and the law enforcement and the district and the prosecuting attorney's office, they all get paid by the city. Those three people all get paid by the city, and they're all coming after him because they all want to protect the officer now.
And it's a damn shame.
And then you got to go up to another level, like county, in order to get a judge who's level-headed enough to come in and go, no, that was wrong. He lied. That officer should be on the Brady list. He should be behind a desk. He should not be out in the street anymore. But they don't do that. Once they let the guy go legally, it's all up to the guy to come back and go, okay, it's your fault, officer. I'm going after your money that the city's going to pay for. The cop gets absolutely no discipline out of this, I'm sure.
Thank God for the appellate courts.
I mean, to be quite honest, I think there needs to be laws that say that if a citizen arrests a police officer, that the DA shall go after this and, shall appoint a special prosecutor. Make the special prosecutor somebody from the public defender's pool,
Or from a public member committee,
Oh, yeah, exactly. I'm sure there's plenty of people, lawyers out there who would love to start going after police officers as a special prosecutor for
absolutely
considered
misconduct of all sorts.
Exactly.
Reasonable suspicion under state law. They describe it as, quote, in order for a police officer to pull you over in Texas or even detain you in Texas, there must be a reasonable amount of suspicion to do so. Although law enforcement officials need to have reasonable suspicion to stop or detain, they are not allowed to arrest you on reasonable suspicion alone. However, reasonable suspicion alone is not enough to arrest you for potentially driving under the influence. To facilitate an arrest, he must have what is known as probable cause.
So, folks, that's the reason why a lot of auditors ask whenever they come up and go, I need to see your ID because you look suspicious. You're raising my suspicion. Of what crime? You're just suspicious. Okay. Is suspicion a felony or a misdemeanor? That's why we ask is like, oh, I'm suspicious. Is suspicious a felony or a misdemeanor? Well, it could be. No, it's not. So silly.
There was no probable cause for the arrest. There was no reasonable suspicion articulated for the interaction. The rights were maintained by the teenagers. The video shows Kohler's plan was to detain them, then compare them to video footage they had of actual suspects they were looking for, which is not how law enforcement works. Mm-hmm. Quote, so right now, we're just going to review something real quick on our video footage. And if we determine that you guys aren't involved, guess what? You're free to go.
That's guilty until proven innocent, folks. That's not how it works. You're innocent until proven guilty. The cop is doing it backwards. He's guilty until he can prove he's innocent.
Right.
Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, just so wonderful. This guy's going to make a lot of money. These teens are going to make a lot of money off of this. Hey, Levi Audits, thank you for joining in and modding for us tonight. Greatly appreciate it.
Kohler says. Another deputy then tells Kohler that the actual suspect was described as having colored dreads, which was when Kohler walked back to the patrol car to look at the teen's hair.
Thank you, Love Roddy. We appreciate it.
Which had no color.
So that is a distinguishing feature. How could they not, colored dress? That's like one thing that sticks out. That's the reason you would go and detain somebody, is if they had colored dreads. Okay, so what color? Okay, well, none of these dreads are colored, but even if they were colored, let's say the suspect had blue colored dreads and these kids had red colored dreads. Yeah, you can detain them because, you have a reasonable articulable suspicion they may be involved in a crime because of colored dreads. But then it's their job to, as quickly as possible, figure out if they're red or blue. Okay, dispatch, what color were the dreads? Blue. Oh, I'm sorry. You can be on your way. None of that. This was because they were black folks. That's the only reason. And it's just sad. And the fact that they're working their way backwards is just backwards.
Yeah, and if these
Kohler told the child's mother,
if these deputies
she had arrived.
If these deputies had kids of their own, I wonder how they would feel if this happened to their children. How would they feel?
Yep.
On the scene, that the teenagers did, in fact, match the description of two black men who had committed an armed robbery in the area, which was about a mile and a half away. According to Justin Pulliam, who runs the YouTube Police Accountability Channel, The Corruption Report, and also lives in Fort Bend County.
Shout out to Justin Pulliam. I know he's fighting that corruption there an awful lot. I've been watching his content for a while now. Go and check his stuff out. But yeah, he is seriously fighting the corruption within Fort Bend and Leon Valley.
Yeah, I heard about that. He is. He's doing an awesome job too, exposing them.
And he's more into it than us. I mean, he showed me, one of his recent videos showed the kind of equipment he uses. Oh my gosh. He's got some professional level stuff here. I mean, I'm running around. What was my last phone? An iPhone 14, I think is what it was. I just recently got an upgrade to a 16, so I'm thankful for that. But I can't wait to get out there and start auditing with it. But unfortunately, life is overwhelming me to go out and audit right now. But oh my God, shout out to Justin Pulliam, man.
So the sheriff, all right, let's put him up. This is the sheriff of the county, Eric Fagan. He runs the department. Sheriff, obviously, your men do not know what simple law enforcement is.
Justin Pulliam over at the Corruption Report. Oh man, he tears this guy a new one left and right on almost everything they do. Oh my goodness. Sorry.
And they simply assumed two young black men, were suspects when they did not fit the description. Here's the other dynamic. Outside of the police report, the narrative being basically falsified in order to justify the interaction and the arrest.
Yep.
The cop tells the mother they matched the description. The mother came. Remember, the young man was yelling, "Somebody call my mother." The mother pulls up. Cop says they matched the description of individuals who committed armed robbery. Once again, providing a false narrative to the mother of the child. So if you believe that the interaction was in good faith and this was simply a mistake, why would he then, or they, cover up, create a false message, engage in deception to cover their tracks? It's just a mistake. They knew it that.
Standard police corruption procedures. That's the reason why. Standard police corruption procedures.
Happens way too often. And people wonder why we record the police.
And people wonder why we're hypercritical of them too. Again, we're for good law enforcement. If these police officers were doing their job correctly, it'd be fine. But the problem is apparently these teens were walking and they were 1.5 miles away from the crime scene. That doesn't make much sense either, you know?
Not only that, they didn't even have the same color dread. So,
yeah, exactly.
That the young man did not match the description, but said so anyway to the mother. Now, here we are, Jackson. A lot of twists and turns, but the reality is these young men, they have been taught very well by their family to know their rights, not engage, walk away. That's not a lawful order, yet they still get arrested, detained, and treated this way. What's that?
Yeah, I think they definitely.
So, yeah, in Nevada, they would have been arrested probably just like Chief England was for resisting a public officer.
Yep.
Anything that delays or obstructs an officer in the course of their duties, you know, because they think they have a lawful order, they think they have a right to do that, they would have been arrested too. So,
and arrested for recording and documenting the police officer from a public sidewalk. I get charged with resisting a public officer. Constitutionally protected, though, but I still get arrested.
Yeah, and you even knew the law, NRS 171.1233, that even states that you are not supposed to interfere, that this law by its statute does not give you cause to interfere. So you were not intending to interfere.
Right. And it also states that officers cannot interfere with you recording and documenting police activity. Or stopping or pausing anything, destroying it, taking it from the person. None of that. It's all said in NRS 171.1233. I encourage you guys to go look at it.
Oh, Tony the Tyrant has a question here, Chief.
Am I gonna be famous too? You're gonna put me on your YouTube video?
Every single time, Tony. Every single time.
That's him. He's the one who doesn't know what a lawful order is. Play that back again.
Am I gonna be famous too? You're gonna put me on your YouTube video? Do you see the color that I am?
Again, when asked what is like, you're depriving my rights on the color of law.
Do you see the color that I am?
That was his response.
Dude, you can't make this shit up.
You can't. You just can't. It's just so wrong. So the second video, Chief, is that going to be Tyrant Terminator, or is that going to be AFA?
Yeah, Tyrant
Terminator. Okay. So the next one that we got, folks, is from Tyrant Terminator. Let me see if I can find his page here real quick here. I don't have it up here. Hold on one second here. Terminator.
Oh, we didn't finish the last bit of the other one, did we?
Oh, no, they were going into discussion between themselves, so I thought we would just cut it short, unless you want to keep going.
Yeah, let's cover that.
Okay, sure.
Handled themselves very well throughout this situation because, they were being filmed. So this officer ultimately doesn't have any type of real recourse to say that they were being rude or disrespectful, or that they were cursing at him. Right. So, they really handled themselves solidly throughout this whole process. And, just as you led on earlier, it can't be true that whatever an officer tells you to do, you have to do it. Because if that was the case, then we just wouldn't have any rights at all.
Right.
We wouldn't have any type of civil rights whatsoever, because there's so many different kinds of officers in addition to, patrol officers. There's government agents of various sorts. So that can't be true, and it's not.
And it's not. It's not. Shout out to this brother right here for knowing that as well.
Yeah.
Anything, just because a police officer says it out of their mouth does not make it a lawful order. That's not the law. That's not how it's interpreted. Look up the law. It has to be associated. A lawful order must be associated with the actual law.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And he knows that it isn't. It just seemed like easy pickings to him because they were two young black kids, walking around, minding their own business. And he didn't give them a reason. He just said, you got to come over here because I said so. It's not like he was like, oh, there was a shooting around the corner. You tell me something about that, or there was a robbery, or there was a car accident. Did you see it? He was just like, come here, because I told you to come here. So no, definitely I tip my hat to these two young brothers, because
absolutely,
it's clear as day that this officer was just abusing his power. So if there is some type of lawsuit that comes from this, then I think that they're making a good example.
Yeah, I concur, and hopefully there will be an update.
I concur as well.
To litigation pending.
Yeah, and there should be litigation pending. I'm sorry. Cop Cam review. You guys are funny. Thank you. We do appreciate that. We try to be funny, entertaining, and informative. We want to make sure people know their rights and understand their rights, so that way they can exercise their rights. Speaking of which, if either of these teens had their cell phone, and again, we do not get sponsored by them, but Attorney Shield. Okay, guys, Attorney Shield is a wonderful app. You can download it from the Google Play or the iPhone App Store. For just a few bucks a month, you guys can get a 24/7 attorney at your fingertips. So if a cop pulls you over like these guys, they could get an attorney on there, and the attorney can be the third-party interjection, because guess what? She's an officer of the court. She goes in front of the judge and goes, this guy did everything effing wrong. And next thing you know, the cop is in real hot water with the judge. Cop Cam review. Thank you for subscribing. And again, links to all of our channels down in the description, and the Sacramento Community Watch Network. Again, like, share, and subscribe to all of our channels. If you like to send us, like what we do and want to help sponsor us a little bit, don't forget there's super stickers and super chats that you can do on the Sacramento Community Watch Network.
Yeah. Check those out.
And then if you guys really want to put more bang for the buck, you guys can also donate to our causes using the CashApp links down below as well, in our descriptions as well. So, and again, all the videos that we're featuring here tonight, their channel their channel names and their videos that we're featuring are in the links in the descriptions down below.
Oh, and plus we need you guys to turn on your notifications too.
Oh yeah, don't forget to hit that all button. Absolutely. Change the bell to all. So that way you can never miss anything. And then if you want to become a virtual watchman, you can join Sacramento Community Watch and hit that join button and become a virtual watchman and get exclusive content and the messages from Chief England over here.
Yeah. Also, so when I start doing my cop watches live, I'm going to make them members only. Every other live stream, I'm going to make members only. So you guys definitely want to, join our membership, and tune in when we go on our cop watches out here in the streets of Sacramento and Reno. Don't want to miss it.
And then eventually, after a while, we will open them up to the public. But if you want to make sure you catch them live, make sure you join. Yeah. So like I mentioned before, we're going to go ahead and get into our second video here. It's featuring Terminator Audits. Go like, share, and subscribe to him as well. He's at TTA42800. We're going to be featuring the video called I don't have it here. Where is it? Anyway, we're going to add it to the stage here. So we're going to watch this series.
It's okay, Mom. He's here to help. It's okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is called "They Press the Panic Button for This." ID refusal, banger, First Amendment audit.
We can fast forward a little bit for when he gets inside. Yeah.
Illinois Department of Public Health. Huh?
Yep. Rock Island County Health Department. So that's where he's at, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, conducting a First Amendment audit.
And of course, as everybody knows, whenever you watch these public health ones, it's usually HIPAA, 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 HIPAA. HIPAA the hippo. They don't really properly train the people on HIPAA. The way HIPAA works, folks, is the burden is on the healthcare provider to protect your records. It is you being an auditor and going in there with a video camera, you cannot violate HIPAA because you are not in charge of the records. The provider is. So if they're not protecting their records, they are the ones who are actually in violation of HIPAA. So when they're coming in and saying that we're violating HIPAA, they're basically saying I'm violating HIPAA. Me, the doctor, is violating HIPAA. But.
I'm sorry. Probably.
I'll be right back.
It's probably not at the
Okay.
moment, though. Man, it smells good up here, man. They got something cooking good somewhere. They got the Christmas stuff all lit up.
Turn them over to him anyway. You. Bye.
Employees only, but they got the door wide open. Okay. Wide open.
You can't go in there.
Do not enter. Employees only. Director of 5 Environmental Health. So this is the director of environmental health. They don't want you to enter. Okay, yeah, technically, but the door's wide open to the public. So anything that he can see from that threshold is fair game, folks.
He's on, man.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
Good, good. Help you with anything?
I'm sorry.
Help you with anything?
Not you work here?
Yeah.
Oh, not at the moment. Probably.
Okay. Yeah,
Probably in a few moments.
Yeah, let me know if you have any questions.
Okay. So they have the WIC office and the health department. Same building. How you doing, ma'am? No, no, everyone's asking me. Not right now. Probably shortly though. Yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah. You like the supervisor here?
No, we're WIC.
WIC.
So women, infants, and children.
Yeah, I'm sure. I just thought you was like your role was like supervisor or something.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
She's in the back.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you guys know though.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody's being really friendly so far on this.
Sorry.
What you doing?
What do you mean?
Why are you videoing in here?
Oh, here comes the Karen. She even has the Karen hair. Oh my gosh. Oh my, what are you doing? See, again, folks, this is why people need training. Their role in government and how their particular role works in government.
I really didn't want to get into any of those questions and answers at this time.
I mean, it's really kind of breaking HIPAA if you would happen to get anybody.
Oh, there we go, folks. It's breaking HIPAA. You're going to break HIPAA if you get anybody's information. Aaron Sexy 1630, I'm so glad we caught your all's live stream. Oh my God, love your channel. Me and my boyfriend are watching from Houston, Texas. Thank you for watching. We're in Reno, Nevada right now, but we do thank you. We love we do this for you guys. Thank you so much for joining in and watching with us tonight.
It's actually in here.
Breaking HIPAA?
Yeah, HIPAA violations.
You're just on it, right?
Huh?
Just on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You like a you're the supervisor, right?
A different area, but.
Okay. Because she said something about HIPAA.
Yeah, if he was to get a patient on there, that's not right.
Oh, absolutely, but
Well, it's not right because you should be hiding it in the first place. Again, just because he has a camera and because he's in public and recording public things, if you have a patient's information out in public where it could be captured, at that point you are violating HIPAA, not him. He cannot be violating HIPAA because he's not a healthcare provider. Only healthcare providers can be charged with HIPAA violations, folks.
I'm not too sure, but people audit and
Oh, this guy knows what an auditor is.
government buildings and they record public accessible areas.
This guy knows what an auditor is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
If you went back to the door.
Shout out to this guy. This guy knows what's going on. He came in and basically shot her down. It's like, no, go hide your HIPAA.
Yes, Aaron Sexy 1630. The camera is protected activity. Yep. Again, employees who don't know.
Me recording with a camera is the equivalent of me standing in that lobby and screaming and yelling at these public employees that they're ignorant.
Right.
Freedom of speech. Same difference. Me holding the camera, me holding this thing up like this, recording people is the same as me talking on YouTube right now, live streaming. It's freedom of speech, folks. Although YouTube is different because they're a company, not the government. So.
Yeah, you're right. Or praying.
HR.
Or praying, exactly.
A lot of people do them, places they've never been to, or they just want to learn.
Everyone, has not been told anything about what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. I can grab HR.
Nobody's been told what's going on because it's an audit. It's a surprise audit. That's what audits are, is a surprise. When was the last time somebody comes in and goes, oh, I'm going to go ahead and do a health I'm going to come in and do a health inspection on your restaurant next Tuesday. Never happens. Surprise inspection, folks. It's what an audit is. An audit is a surprise inspection. Nobody gets told what to do. You should know how these things work from the get-go.
And the police damn sure aren't going to call and tell you, hey, we're going to come serve your warrant today.
Or we're going to sit down on Interstate 80, just before, USA Parkway. So you better not speed between the hours of 8 and 9 because we're going to be out there sitting doing speed checks. Yeah, they don't tell you that. Well, California, they do. I think California has a law where they got to tell you. But yeah, so it's just one of those things.
So she says she's going to go get HR. I'm not really entirely sure. She's going to go get HR, but that young man obviously knows about the rights we have. He tried to break it down to her in its entirety. He told her, yeah, it's publicly accessible areas. Should be good to go. So,
shout out to that guy.
Not entirely sure, man. Anyway, man, y'all stay tuned. Not sure if this is the lady we're waiting on. Are you HR?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Yeah, this young lady was saying something about HIPAA or something like that.
Yeah, not everybody wants to be filmed.
Okay.
So.
But you're in public.
You probably would need somebody's permission to be putting them on the internet.
Oh, so who said I was on the internet right now?
Oh, I don't know what we don't know though.
Yeah, you don't know. Then
you don't know. You don't know.
On the internet.
Hit Skippy. If you don't know, then.
I know how the idiom goes, but I don't know how it. Open your mouth and put your foot in it. It's like it's better to keep your mouth shut and not prove that you're an idiot than to open it and remove all doubt, sort of thing. So you just basically proving you don't know what you're talking about, and you're basically admitting it. But it's funny how people know the law when they don't know the law.
That's not what she said. She said something about HIPAA.
Well, if there's patients in here, it would be
phrasing.
HIPAA violation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can't violate HIPAA because I don't work for this entity.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
She said, okay. You didn't know that?
What's your name, Al?
She didn't know that though. I mean,
Typical tyrant behavior.
yeah.
Mating call of a tyrant. Mating call of a tyrant is whenever you tell them anything, the first word out of their mouth is yeah, okay, yeah.
But she about to pull the door plug, so
Yeah, okay.
door stop. Yeah, okay.
I don't need to give my name out.
All right, you want to be unprofessional, huh?
Technically, you do have to give your name out because that's a Freedom of Information Act request.
It's terrible, man. They're talking about HIPAA violations. HIPAA has.
Levi chiming in saying feelings are getting involved as usual. So you know what that means
Every fucking time.
When feelings get hurt, you know who to call. 911, folks. That guess
Feelings
what?
police.
I guess call the feelings police because guess what? I bet you this place has a 911 button from the name of the video here. So they hit the panic button. They hit the feelings button, folks, in this video. So stay tuned.
Absolutely nothing to do with what I'm doing. It doesn't apply here. Man, one of the young men, it seems like he's the only one that's knowledgeable of what we're doing.
Ken, welcome in. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, they need to make that guy a supervisor.
It is what it is, man. We'll go file us a FOIA, man, real quick. We'll get her name like that. She don't want to give it, but we're definitely finna get it. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was on the phone.
Huh?
I'm trying to do my job and
It's all good.
So okay, I don't know what's going on.
Shout out to this lady right here, to this woman. She's the whole time. Her attitude and demeanor has been very professional. So shout out to her. Very professional. She's a very pretty lady too.
And she's just at this point, she's just trying to figure out what's going on. A guy showing up with a camera. I know in a normal situation, if I was in her position, I'd be feeling the same way too. Would like to get a little bit of information, but I'm not going to freak out about it. But of course, I'm more informed than she is. So let's just keep watching, folks.
And look at the little donations thing right there. Donations for who? I mean, this is a government entity asking for donations.
Well, hopefully they're giving it to a nonprofit charity. So,
or it should be going towards their training, for the Constitution. That'll work. That'll definitely work. They have enough pins up there to fill out forms, but it's crazy. Stupid.
Again, it's simple. Your role in the government. This is what people can do.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good, man. I'm not sure who this young lady is that just came out and spoke to the big guy that was seen all three of us sitting there.
Yeah, I did. I was on the phone, but yes, I did.
And he had seen me. He seen me coming through. Everyone's seen me recording.
Yeah.
And it seems like he's the only one that has knowledge of what I'm actually doing.
I don't, but
Right.
I do want to ask.
Yeah, just exercising rights to record in public accessible areas, not making any efforts to go past anything restricted. Stand in the lobby. The young man knew what we was doing. He tried to tell her what we were doing, and she still ran and got HR, so I'm not entirely sure. But it seems like he's the only one that knows.
She ran and got HR.
You talk to the manager.
Oh shit! Absolutely. Perfect.
Who the hell are you?
Who the hell are you?
We
Shout out to Miss Swan, Mad TV.
Just only because I would just say, how, like, say for instance, if you, just because I'm listening to you, I don't even really know. I hadn't even heard about it myself.
Okay.
Just if you would think about.
Oh, okay.
Just like if you would think about if you were, the news was here and they were scanning and say you didn't.
She said, "I never heard it either." Get on board.
He is the news, folks. Get a little bit up to speed here, folks. Any moment a news crew can come barging into your office and set up cameras and try to get answers from you folks. So you're public officials. If you don't want this kind of exposure and you want to be private, like work in the private sector like we do, we choose to put ourselves out here in public, folks. Mm-hmm. If you don't want to be in public, don't work in the public sector. It's that simple,
want to be on there. Like that would be like you would have to ask somebody's permission. Is it okay for me to put you on there?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I hear where you're coming from.
Not in public.
Tanisha, I appreciate you being professional. Thanks a lot. So I hear what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
But the only thing is, there's no expectation to privacy when you're in public. Only in a private setting, I need permission. Not in public.
Okay, I see
Does that
what
make
you're
sense?
saying, too. It makes sense. It makes sense. But what if I don't want to be in your video? Or anybody? They don't want to.
I can understand.
Well, then you turn in a letter of resignation, go work in the public sector, like we just mentioned. Aaron Sexy 1630. These employees are clueless. Yeah. Again, the government doesn't tell their employees their role in their job and in the government to begin with. I didn't really get educated on our constitutional rights and things of that nature until I started, getting into the First Amendment auditing and COVID. I mean, the American public education system barely touches on these things. They basically tell you what the constitutional rights are and how one voids out the other thanks to prohibition, but that's about it. They don't really dive in and explain like the First Amendment like we do, folks.
And they should. And
they should.
Yeah.
They really should. And they should, they kind of touch. I remember like the Third Amendment where the government is not allowed to put, house like soldiers in your home and stuff like that. So, they kind of went into depth about why they put that into the Constitution because, British soldiers, they would just barge into anybody's house and go, oh, we need your bed. And things like that. We need your food, it's for the crown. That's the reason why we went to war. What's with the permission? Very common. Yes, Levi, it is so common. It's like, we need your permission, we need your ID. They are in public but don't want to be recorded. Exactly. Again.
Understand that, but think about it. Every time you leave your house, you're on video.
I could be.
You definitely are.
You are.
Every time a Tesla drives past, you're on their camera.
Okay.
So it makes no sense for the public. You get what I'm saying? You're in public.
Yeah.
Now, if it's private, I definitely need your permission.
Okay.
Definitely.
I'm just trying to understand.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate you
'Cause I
wanting
had
to
never
understand.
Seen her.
Look, the lady in the back wondering, like, wait a minute. So I work in the public? I work for the public? I can be recorded at any given time? That's how she's looking like. I did not know that. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
The way her hand is on her hip is just hilarious.
Anything like that. I thought that's what you were doing when you came in, but I wasn't for sure. You could have been on FaceTime, so I
okay.
my business, so that's why I was like,
Yeah.
I'm just asking you as that's a part of my job as you're coming in.
For sure.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah, I understand that.
And said not at the moment.
Not at
I
the
thought
moment.
You were on FaceTime.
Oh, no.
Right
I went on FaceTime. So, like I say, out of everyone here, like everyone's been actually nice.
She's been wonderful.
The WIC office, and they were even nice. Sir, you need any help? Let us know.
Yeah.
Everything's cool. And it seemed like, I can say, the guy that talked.
I'll tell you one thing. They chose the right woman to be the receptionist. Even her outfit is together. You know what I'm saying? Matching the glasses. Straight up.
Aaron, Sexy 1613. Oh, my God. And white girl, you're funny, Chief.
I appreciate it.
Again, folks, we do this for you. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
we love your comments. Feel free to join in. We love your participation.
Absolutely.
Trying to tell her like he's doing an audit. That's what it's called. Okay. And she still ran and got HR.
Well,
so
different age groups.
Right.
Different, like the millennials, all that. Everybody has different understandings. So that's what that's all about.
That's all good.
But they all should have the same training, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. So, I mean, I get where she's coming from, but obviously these agencies are not even training these folks on how to, deal with somebody coming with the camera, the Constitution, the First Amendment, none of it. They skip it through the training, and it's evident. That's the part that we're seeing right here.
So, Chief, you remember going through school because you're an 80s kid like me.
Mm-hmm.
You remember those slideshows or those videos that or movies that kind of went, boop, and then things kind of changed over. I want to make one for the government usually made those. I want to make one like that in black and white video, like your role in the government.
The old training videos, huh?
The old training videos. Yeah. Go back and if any of you have Disney Plus, go watch Loki. Loki is a wonderful. I rewatched it recently, but it's like everything in the what they call the TVA, the time travel authority, or I forget what it's called now, or whatever, time variance authority, is like this retro 70, push button, pull lever sort of thing. And, it's really trippy, but they got the whole little vibe of, you may be asked why you're here, sort of like training videos and stuff like that.
Just trying to understand.
It's all good. So what I'll do momentarily is I'll file a FOIA with you guys.
Shout out to Aaron. Oh my God, Reno, you are hilarious.
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay, for sure. I'll file a FOIA, turn it back into you if I can for a stamp received copy. We'll be good to go.
Okay.
All right, for sure. Appreciate it.
I don't know if I can. I would probably have to give that. I don't know.
To HR?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope. Oh, wow.
I probably would have to. I can't even sign for packages, so that's why I'm saying.
Well, that's okay. If you got to, we'll cross that bridge once we.
Wait. A receptionist can't even sign for packages. What?
Wow, they don't trust her?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, she must be one of the employees that actually does a good job, so they don't trust her. Because most receptionists, I believe, can sign for a package.
Any receptionist worth her salt that I know signs for packages all day long.
All day. Yes, all day. So the fact they don't trust this gorgeous black woman, I don't understand it. But
I don't either, man.
She was definitely professional, things of that nature.
Yep.
Everybody's been professional. I don't know.
HR definitely. The lady from HR, she's totally rude, man.
Well, except for grandma.
Totally rude. Don't want to identify. It's all good though, man. We'll file us a FOIA request.
Karens are gonna Karen.
We'll get up out of here, man. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Last little shots, man. Get us
Hey, we appreciate you guys for joining us. We love you guys so much. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel as well. The links are in the description.
If you guys like what we do as well, give us a super sticker or super chat and over at Sacramento Community Watch, folks. Thank you so much.
Yeah, do that for us.
see if they have FOIA request forms that they can print out.
Yeah, to quote Megan Fox, send some of your breadstick money our way.
If not, like I said, we'll file it on a blank sheet like we always do, but no harm in asking them, can they print one off for us? We'll be able to go from there. Stay tuned. Yeah, TTA family is just about more of the same. TTA. It looked like seen them a couple of units coming in hot and ready. Could be trickling.
Not hot and ready.
Oh, they should have called. If they wanted hot and ready, they should have called Little Caesars, man. Come on. Not the police department. Come on.
No, don't call it Little Caesars.
Well, no, that's hot and ready pizza is what
I don't even call it pizza, but moving on.
Yeah.
Round table.
We had Domino's the other night. That was awesome.
Oh, Domino's okay.
They had a new stuffed crust. It was pretty fire.
See, I don't do the stuffed crust. Sorry, folks.
No, the spouse wanted the stuffed crust.
The string cheese stuff, I guess, huh?
Oh, stuffed crust is awesome. Sometimes you just got to indulge. But oh man, I paid for it at the gym the next day.
Yeah, definitely so.
Oh, here we go.
How you doing, Debbie?
He said, my living God. Oh, man. Of course. Look how she, look.
Okay, so let me get into the mind of this officer here. She was called here on a disturbance or a panic alarm button, and she's walking in expecting to, maybe find a guy going off like they normally do, like if this had any mental health issues or something like that, which please, I hope that if you know of somebody who has mental health issues, please get them the help that they need and deserve. But she's walking in already confused, like this guy's just standing here quietly recording what's going on. Is this why I'm called here?
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on?
Aaron, sexy little, it's the itty bitty teeny weeny yellow polka dot officer.
Pretty good.
Good for you.
I didn't call you, Debbie.
What?
No, but they did.
Really?
Okay, what can I do for you?
Didn't call you.
Didn't call you, but they did. Okay, I still don't need help, so we'll go help them, not me. Why are you talking to me?
Yeah.
What did they actually say on 911?
So they said that you were recording.
My question is, why was she the first one inside the building?
She's probably the first one that got there. Oh,
really?
So did they ask you to leave?
No one asked. Yeah, no one asked
they
me to
asked
leave
you
at
to
all.
leave.
How you doing, Debbie?
For today, Paul?
So do you need?
If you want to speak to her, oh my God, did they press the panic button? Really?
Yeah,
I'm
make
pretty.
you feel uncomfortable?
Oh my living God.
Oh my goodness, they called the feeling sheriffs.
Wow.
They feel uncomfortable. The feelings police, folks. Oh my gosh, they called 911 again.
Oh my God, why you do that?
Again, folks, we differentiate between 911, which is an actual emergency, which is what you should use 911 for, and then calling whine 11. Whine 11 is calling 911 to whine and complain when you should be calling non-emergency.
So would it be an issue to leave?
No, I mean, I got business to conduct, and once I'm done conducting the business, I will be leaving.
What kind of business?
4 now.
There's a couple of different
100%, Aaron. 100%.
things, but the main thing is a FOIA for sure. And I'm exercising my right to
Whole
record
pig check
as
for a
well.
man with a camera. Typical. Thanks,
Yeah,
Levi.
you see this shit, Levi?
They
Man,
didn't really ask. They was just saying something about HIPAA and stuff like that. And we try to tell them that HIPAA doesn't apply because I don't work for the entity. And spoke to this young lady, a couple of other different personnel. Young man in there that's setting up tables. He knew precisely what we were doing today, and I had no problem with it.
Go talk to him, officers.
So if you guys want
Go talk to him,
maybe we'll be good to go.
get some knowledge and training from that gentleman. Since he's the only one who seems to know.
So this is a common thing amongst law. Auditors know that law enforcement are going to eventually come. Mr. Tiny needs to bounce.
Wow, Officer
making Aaron, sexy. You guys are making our night. Thank you so much. This is why we do this. We want you guys to join in. Thank you for chatting with us.
Well, first, do you have an ID with you?
No, I don't carry ID.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, the ID cookie, the ID crack, folks. Here we go. They need their fix of their ID. No. Officer, if you need ID, go to the DMV. That's where you can get it. You go to the source. Quit fixing getting your fix off of the citizens who have done nothing wrong.
Speak to whoever wants me to leave if you're not the one that.
Yeah, that's crazy because no one even asked me to leave.
Nobody said anything to you, huh?
They did speak about the recording. They were saying stuff like HIPAA. Or,
Well, you can record in here. You can't record in the rooms.
yeah, the private stuff. That's what I was telling them. Yeah, even that guy right there behind the door said the same thing that works here. So.
What am I going to put on the report? I'm going to get in trouble if I don't get a name on the report. She's about to melt down.
She got a pen ready, her paper.
Valley Boy 707. Hey guys, I'm here. Shout out from my hotel room in Los Angeles on vacation. Well, we hope you enjoy your vacation in LA, man. Much rather watch us than TV. You were much more entertaining than TV. Thank you. And if you guys get a chance, go back and like, share, and subscribe to all of our content. All of our channel links are down in the description below. If you get a chance, go take a like and subscribe to those as well. If you guys have a chance and want to fall asleep with us tonight, pull up one of our live streams and just start streaming from the beginning and listen to our court audio, for example, to fall asleep to, let it play. Let us get the view hours. We greatly appreciate it, especially on any of our channels. So thank you so much for joining in. We do this for you folks. Again, if you got any breadstick money, send it our way in the form of a super chat or a super sticker over on the Sacramento Community Watch channel, folks.
Yeah, and we'll post it right here on the live for you guys.
Yep. Although Valley Boy, that last comment we can't really put on there without getting in trouble with YouTube. So we're going to keep going.
I don't want to really give my name, but if I'd just rather remain anonymous, Deputy.
Way to go, TTA.
Because we're here now and it's a part of our call.
Mm-hmm.
I would like your information.
information. I understand.
What's your last name?
I don't want to give it though. I just want to remain anonymous. That's my Fourth Amendment right. I don't. Mine is a crime. You know, there's no obligation for me to give up my name. That's appreciate it. Like I say, Deputy, how you pronounce your name, sir?
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
You have an ID number?
6134.
Appreciate it. You, Deputy?
Kingsbury 7082.
Thanks a lot. You, sir?
Freeburg 7010.
Appreciate that. Yes, I'm not entirely sure, man. Like I said, this is kind of wild. They pressed the panic button, man. Oh, my living God.
So how did the whole interaction actually go down?
Like I said, I've been here for several months, probably about 30 minutes, walking around.
She didn't conduct an investigation. She didn't speak to the RP. She didn't speak to any of the employees that's inside. But she's actually how did everything go down?
Maybe she had a call with the complaining party, because usually sometimes when they're on their way there or when they're waiting for backup, they can have a moment or two to call back the number before they walk in the door. But again, we're going off of the assumption that they're walking in cold, because she came in looking surprised, like she was walking into a disturbing the peace situation, and here he is quietly recording in a public lobby. So again, no investigation, no nothing. She has no reasonable articulable suspicion to even get the ID. It's just that whole training of needing the ID cookie so they can satisfy their fix. And that way nobody will yell at them for having an incomplete report.
Right.
It's basically what it is okay, folks, come on.
Now document everything's good to go. This young lady in this room actually had the actual problem.
He was correct, though. Trees are good. And for the lungs. Oxygen.
Exactly. And folks, TTA is going a little bit one step further. He don't even need to go into this. It's like, I choose not to participate. I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right to be silent, to be silent. And I want my Sixth Amendment right to have an attorney present. But he's just trying to keep the peace and keep it civil. They're all being civil and not escalating things. So I think he's just trying to keep the peace here. So
right
with me recording.
And he's doing an awesome job at doing
behind
that.
his door. Tried to explain it to her right here. Like, no, he has a right to do it. He's doing an audit. Leave him be. And she still ran and got HR.
So why in this room? Why did she have a problem? If she's in this room and you were just over here.
I'm not entirely sure. She actually came out of her room. So.
Were there other people conducting their own business?
No. And even if they were, that's still not illegal. You can record whatever your eyes can see. Kind of like the same thing you guys do with plain view doctrine. If you can see it with your own eyes, there's no violation. Same thing.
And they use that all the time.
Mm-hmm,
and they use it to violate people's rights all the time.
Yeah, exactly, Valley Boy. Public servants cry babies. So guess what? Crybabies do. They call 911 and they call the feeling sheriffs out, apparently. So here we go. We got the feelings police out here.
Panic alarm, too, at that.
Yeah.
I understand that. I understand. Yeah, but like I said, when
maybe talk to the complaining party there, officer.
She understood.
Nobody still has talked to the RP.
We got 4 police officers milling around and covering one person with a camera, shooting 60 frames per second. Again, no violation of law, and yet none of these detectives are going after the complaining party to find out what's going on and start doing an investigation. They're all just milling around in a pig pen here. It makes absolutely no sense.
The one that's closing the door now. Yeah.
Oh, so now somebody's going to go do an investigation.
Excuse me, ma'am. To the police?
Oh, wow. She's even rude to the cops. Wow. Oh, wow. She said, I'm not talking to you. Wow. They call you guys here and don't even want to speak to you. Oh, my living God. Ain't that something, Deputy Rush?
Somebody's got a problem.
Oh, man. I would love for that young man to come out. He'd probably clean all this up, man.
Hey, I want to admit this is definitely a total waste of taxpayers' money. 4 deputies
Right.
respond to a non-emergency just to appease public servants who don't know the Constitution, who don't know the laws, who don't know policy. This is exactly why these people should be terminated.
And folks, here's the thing too: is we got 4 sheriff's deputies out there, probably all with their own police car, squad car.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 4 deputies now who are off the road, who could be out there looking for speeders, drunk drivers. I'm sorry. I'd much rather them play road pirate than them trying to violate somebody's right, or trying to attempt to violate somebody's rights in a government building like this for somebody who called 911. So, I mean, yeah, you need backup. So, okay, 2 out of these 4 should be back out on the street. There's no need for them to be there. They should be out there playing road pirate, keeping the streets actually safe, going in, actually looking for warrant, people with warrants and stuff like that, actually doing work. But no, because they're all bored and they're sitting around, nothing better to do. Somebody hit the panic alarm and they're going to send 4 officers there for, absolutely a man with a camera.
Just stupid.
It is. Yeah.
He the one that actually knows the rights we have. So.
She's talking to him, so I'm acting that's what it is.
I can't believe they pressed the panic button, man, for somebody just exercising a right. You guys get that a lot, or? Really? Oh, wow.
But what were you trying to get taken care of?
Nothing like specifically. I just.
You're just your business.
Right. You're just now asking that question. She's a terrible investigator. Terrible.
I know she's curious, but she's asking all the wrong questions to all the wrong people.
Hey, it looks like she's asking that question to that gnome right there. That's what she is like. She's talking to him. I mean, you guys are about the same height. It's fucking ridiculous, dude.
I want to be able to exercise right. I'm here to do 2 different things. The first thing is record in public, like what I'm doing now.
Okay.
That's a right.
Okay.
And the second
We see
thing.
that a lot online.
Okay. So you guys.
Oh, so you know what it is. You know what he's doing, but yeah, and you probably understand everything that goes along with this, and you've probably watched videos like ours, but yet you're still harassing him.
Right.
Wonderful. Thank you.
No. And the FOIA request, that's an additional right that's guaranteed. So that's it. That's crazy. She said, I'm not talking to you guys. Wow. That's a first. First time for everything, I guess.
Man, I would love to have the body cam of what that conversation he's having with that woman.
They're still standing around doing nothing, wasting money.
No crime has been committed.
Nope.
Oh.
You let them know everything good to go, Deputy.
Do you plan on staying here for a while longer? You need to
I'll be here. I'll definitely be here for quite some time. Like I said, I need to file a FOIA request. Once I get the FOIA request,
I'm sorry, I must have counted wrong. I said 3 officers.
No, I can't be here past closing time.
There's 4, I believe.
Oh, there's 4. 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 to 4. 3 or 4 too many.
Oh yeah, I guess HR is coming down.
1's enough. 2's just right. 3's too many. 4's overkill.
4 is a fucking crowd.
Oh, okay.
Did she say she thought this? She thought she was being harassed, but she
Again, folks, there's a elementary school definition of a legal word, and then there's a legal definition of a legal word. Harassment is usually, everybody gets it wrong. They get the elementary version of it. Even the police go with the elementary version of harassment, and they do not go with the law version. If you're going to throw words around like harassment, you're harassing me, especially in a public place. You got to know what the legal, if you're using it legally, you got to make sure you know what it is legally.
Stupid.
Somebody exercising their rights cannot be considered harassment. Plain and simple, folks.
Was she the one that called this? I believe so. Okay. That's her, yeah.
Wow. So that lady said she thought she was being harassed, even though she engaged me. Oh, wow. Can't make it up, Deputy Russ, man. You can't make it up, man.
TTA makes a good point. You can't be harassed if you're engaging.
Well, the only way I would have to leave is if I'm committing a crime. Like, you can't just ask me to leave just because you don't like what I'm wearing today. You know what I mean?
Right. I agree with
Yeah, I would have to commit a crime, and there's no crime afoot. So.
And shout out to these officers here on scene, except for the lady. She was a little bit.
I had seen this young man too. You spoke to. You was pretty nice when you spoke to me, sir.
Well, she has no stripes or marks on her sleeves, so she must be a rookie. Thank you, Valley Boy. We appreciate that. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think she's a rookie, and she's just trying to rookie her way through this, and she just doesn't really understand what's going on, and she kind of has a clue, but she don't.
You like a manager here as well? I am. Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah, Valley Boy, she took the lead and shouldn't have. Yeah.
Yeah, momentarily I would try to figure all this out with 911, but in a moment I'll be filing a FOIA request with you guys. We'll be good to go after that. That'll be about it. What's your name, sir? Gary. Appreciate it, sir.
And you guys don't have a problem with things?
Well, my understanding is he is free to be in the lobby area because it's a public space.
Okay.
Shout out to that guy. He knows what he's talking about.
Appreciate that, Gary.
Unless you guys know anything different.
It's amazing how the employees of this building know the law better than the law enforcement officers.
Stupid.
You know, that first guy who came out and is like, oh yeah, he's an auditor. He's allowed to be here. He's allowed to do this. He's fine. Then you had a Karen go and hit the 911 button. And then we got another manager coming out here going, it's like, oh, he's allowed to do it. He's in public. We can't do anything about it, you know, but yeah, Valley Boy, TTA is one of the GOATs. Yep. He's one of the auditing heavy hitters. He is very
absolutely awesome. Shout out to my brother. We love TTA.
We call TTA one of the OGs, man. We call him one of the OGs of auditing, man. So, and we're going to feature another OG later tonight too.
Yep.
So stick around.
You guys be sure to tune into our live streams. We try to live stream Thursdays and Saturdays.
Okay, appreciate you, sir. Thanks a lot, man. And you know what I will take do you guys, one of you guys write down the CAD number at least for me?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
call for service number?
Yeah, write it down for me. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. And then we get this FOIA right quick.
Call for service number.
Fill out the FOIA request.
Yeah, so he can go FOIA them later.
No, it was just funny how the officer said it. It wasn't incident number, call for service number.
Department from this location.
So you gotta go, it's at 1317
Okay.
3rd Avenue.
3rd Avenue.
You know where the Centennial Bridge is?
I'm not really familiar with Rock Island. It's my first time here, but I can find it.
3052.
Let's see if we get a FOIA request from this young lady right quick.
So you wanna go right out here to 20th Street
Okay.
and follow it all the way down the river.
Oh, okay.
And then Sheriff's Department will be on your left.
Okay.
Right next to the courthouse, all right?
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Appreciate you,
We have
Deputy.
people working probably until 5 to handle FOIA requests down there too if you need anything.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
For sure.
And shout out to that deputy. He knows what he's going to be doing next. You know, they handled this like they handled this like champs, man. You know.
All right, Deputy. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Yeah, except for
Appreciate you too, Gary.
Deputy Bunn there trying to get the ID cookie.
I'll just get a request from Tanisha here and fill it out. With
Yo, baby LA, thank you. Glad to see you too. Thanks
Shout
for
out
joining
to
us
you,
tonight.
If not, I'll just put it on a blank sheet. Matter of fact, I'll just do that. Make it easier for you guys. All right. See, fill it out up here on one of these right quick. It's not blank.
Sorry about that.
appreciate that. There's a pen here, so I will be right back with you guys. Stay tuned, GTE family.
Hey, Chief, I'm going to take a bio break real quick, so I'll be right back.
All right.
If I can just get like I said, a stamp received copy.
What do you want?
A stamp received copy, like make a copy for me, stamp that you guys received it. I know last time you said you might have to contact someone.
No, because that would have been the person. He's the one that's in management.
Gary, right?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can see it. Oh, here he is. He's still here. So I'm asking for a stamp received copy. She don't know if she's at liberty to do that.
What do you want?
A stamp received copy of this FOIA request. Just stamp that you guys received.
Pretty simple. Just a stamped copy.
Yeah.
Stamp.
Oh, if you don't, then someone can sign it and say they received. That's okay. Yeah, I appreciate it. And Gary, do you have the direct number for this location?
Yes.
Okay. And obviously, you guys will keep the original.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
You know what? I should have, which I can still do that, but could I get your?
Yeah, I just fill these out. I fill these out anonymously, Gary. Yeah, I fill out FOIA's anonymous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we don't have that information right offhand. We'd have to have time to get it together for you.
Oh, of course, yeah. So what I understand that. So the law gives you guys 5 days, and sometimes 20. I like to give you guys a ring after the time has obviously exceeded, then to give you guys time to get the materials, and I call to see if they're ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how will I know who you are if I don't know who you are?
Well, that's you wouldn't respond to the FOIA request anyway. It'd be your public information officer.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll contact him or her.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I do it all the time. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'd still like to know that we're giving it to you, because otherwise, how do we know that you? That's the original there.
Oh, that's the original. Okay.
Otherwise, how do I know that you have received it?
Oh, well.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but it'll be all on the public information officer.
Right.
Like your concerns might not be his or her concerns.
Right.
Like they know exactly what to do. You know? Yeah. You just needed to accept. You did it, and you did it. You did a great job. So I just need the direct number to this office, because I don't know if you know that I met with another young lady from HR. She was kind of rude today. She didn't want to identify. We need to document that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I just need the number, and I'll get to go.
She clearly needs an employee conduct check immediately.
309.
Uh-oh. Area code 309.
793. Yep. 793.
793.
1955.
1955. And if I need to get in contact with you, could I call that same number?
Yep.
Okay. All right, Gary. Appreciate you. Thanks a lot, too, Tanisha. Thanks a lot.
And just so you know, if you want, all this is available online too.
Yeah, sometimes it does, Beats. It does, and sometimes it don't. I just like to do it the old school way and come fill it out in person.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, all right. You too. So from the top, TTA family, from the top, we came out here to the Rock Island Health Department to do what we always do. That's to record in public.
All right, so I believe that video's been covered. So, yeah, it looks like those employees might need to get a little bit updated on the Constitution, and that other lady needs a complaint put on her. It's not a good look. Shout out to the police department or the sheriff's department that came out, though. Those officers seem pretty professional. As far as a female deputy, she needs some more training. They shouldn't have even sent her in there first. She should have been the last one to show up. And she should have just, kept her mouth shut and just, watched the other officers handle the situation, because the way she went about it was just absolutely retarded.
Oh, so, definitely. Yeah, I agree with you there. Oh, okay, folks. So sorry about that. I'm back now. So, The last video that we have, as you are all aware of, like I mentioned, we are going to follow or show tonight is, where is his page? I thought I had him pulled up here. Oh, here we go. Let's put him up on the screen here. One of the OGs here, accountability for all. Why didn't it pull up on this? Why did it not pull up the right?
Thank you, yo, baby, for your compliment.
Accountability for all. There we go. Okay, for some reason, StreamYard had glitch, and I think this is something that Megan might have talked about. Accountability for all. He is one of the OGs of First Amendment auditing. Go check him out at Accountability for All at YouTube / Accountability for All.
Yes. Shout out to AFA. He does awesome work as well.
Again, this is the reason why we stopped you today, folks. So we're going to view his, and the one that we're going to be doing tonight is, let's see here. Where's the videos? Oh, I forget the name of it. Hold on. I'll just pull it up and I'll get it here. I'll tell you as we go along here. So.
Wait, how long is this video? Because I do have to run here in like 20 minutes.
Alabama trespass refused. Let me see how long this one is here.
Looks like it might be a grip of time.
Destroyed here, so it looks like I'm pulling it up on my side here. It's a 20-minute video, 19 minutes and 14 seconds.
Okay.
Is it still illegal to film in the library?
We are a limited public space.
Okay. I need you to de-escalate. Don't give me that passive aggressive. Okay.
Look, I'm just trying to make sure.
I don't care what you're trying. The only thing you should be trying. No,
Sir?
Don't interrupt me. You work for me.
No,
okay.
Sir.
I don't know what's going on with your chin. It looks like a furry testicle. Let's get past it.
Sir, we are going to.
And what do you think the chances of that are going to be?
Sir, you cannot come in here.
Oh, I can't.
Start insulting people.
You know what? The last library director doesn't work here after my last video. What do you think the chances of you working here after this video are?
You not have the right to come in here and start insulting people.
Oh, I don't have the right. I don't have the right to free speech.
This is a civil situation.
We're trying to keep it that way, ma'am.
Do you want me to call someone about this?
But you just said you wanted to call the police because you didn't like what I said.
I never said.
It's interesting
I said I asked you to leave.
in a library. I'm going to stay here.
Have the right to come in and start insulting people against policies.
Oh,
whoa! Look at that camera gear there. Wow, what did he have? Let me go back a couple of seconds here. Sorry. Whoa!
Have the right to come in and start insulting people against policies.
Oh yeah, he's got a tripod. It looks like he's got an Insta 360 up on top of the pole too.
He has a setup.
I would love to get an Insta 360, man, but I just no, I can't invest in that much technology this early on in my auditing career, unfortunately.
There's a policy against it.
There's a policy against insulting staff.
Let me ask you. Absolutely. Let me ask you a question. All the examples on these shelves are free speech, right? So in a house that is from floor to ceiling, wall to wall, dedicated to free speech, you're asking me to leave over mine? Why do you're punching above your weight class? Why don't you beat it?
I'm asking you to treat.
I don't care what you're asking me to do. I'm asking you to give me $100. Can I borrow $100? No. Yeah, it didn't work out, right?
What do you want?
I want you, right? I'll make it very simple for you. I want you to scurry your little feetsy potatoes behind that desk and close that little mouth from moving. It's doing this. I want it to do this. Can you make that happen for me?
No, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't be quiet.
I know, because you're government, right? All right, then you better back up.
I'm standing right here. What do you do for a living?
So what I do for a living, that's a fair question, is I normally take my camera and I travel to places and then I find people that work in a public capacity acting like assholes. And you have made it so my streak has yet to been broken. Okay? I like Dante. Do you read Dante?
Tell me about Dante.
Oh, sure. All the heavens, all the hells, all the gods are within you.
Wonderful.
Right? So all your fears and all the stuff that you're projecting on me, that's all within yourself right now, buddy. You're trying to make it appear as if you're not deeply affected by what's going on. And you're trying to be fake nice while asserting your perceived authority onto me. And you think, because you're so chronic within yourself, that no one else can see what's going on. But speaking of reading, you're a book and you're very easy to read. Okay. All right, it's the English language. It's basic reading material. You're very basic. What's going on, everybody? And this video is awesome. 4 years ago, I visited the Scottsboro Library in Scottsboro, Alabama. They attempted to trespass me from a public library simply and only because I was filming. In fact, they tried to arrest me just because I was filming. I returned today with Harvey Freebird, the Random Patriot, and here's the deal.
Shout out to all those auditors. They are all OGs. Go like, share, and subscribe to them if you haven't done so already, folks.
That's the trio right there. That is all from the trio right there.
Exactly.
Library director was forced to leave after my last video, and this library director didn't do much better. Make sure you check out Harvey Freebird, the Random Patriot, and here's the deal. You'll also see Harvey Freebird in there doing his own investigation. And in other videos that you'll see coming soon, he's wearing spy glasses. So we'll go into a place and audit, and he'll come in while we're in there or after we're done. The people see that he's not holding a camera, and he starts asking questions. I'm sorry about those guys. Do you think they were rude to you? Questions like that. And when they think there's no camera and there's no way for people to find out how they really feel, they tend to let it all out. And they make some very stark admissions. Enjoy the video. What's going on, everybody? We're at the Scottsboro Library in Scottsboro, Alabama. You're going to remember them because of this. I'm sorry?
What are you doing?
I'm just coming in the library.
You're not coming in here and filming people that don't want to be filmed.
We can be trespassed from a public place for conducting a constitutionally protected act.
Yeah.
How so? She never said we're causing a disturbance. She said us filming made them uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's what she said. It's a disturbance. That's not
So us filming...
See, again, elementary law terms used by law professionals, or law enforcement professionals, I should say. Again, feelings police.
Supposed law enforcement.
Yeah, feelings police. Again, folks, it's all feelings police. They don't know the law, and they're just reaching for things to get a fast resolution so they can get out of there. And if that means arresting somebody and taking them to jail to, get out of there quickly, that's what they're going to do. And yes, Levi, that was quite a collab. So let's keep watching.
It's a disturbance.
You're causing a disturbance right now.
By filming.
Yes.
Oh.
You are probably the most ignorant. I mean, look at you. Like, you can tell me to leave a public place, but you can't even get on a treadmill.
You can do whatever you want to do.
The last time you saw the Constitution was when you saw your toes, officer. And right now, there's no trespass in place, so we're good to be here, right?
I think you're perfectly fine doing that.
So that's crazy. They say it's illegal to film in public. They put hands all over me, and they tell me that I'm going to jail. We wind up winning then, like we wind up winning today. But today I'm accompanied by Harvey Freebird, the Random Patriot, and here's the deal.
You can see some ID.
Okay. So
that was here's the deal's
the
equipment.
walkway where I was going to go to jail but never went. So I'm curious, does the same person still work here? We're going to find out.
See, at least he has a team with him now, so that way, they can help put the cops in their place if they start coming again.
Hey, how are you?
And shout out to all of our local auditors. We are looking to collab with you guys and go out and cop watch and audit, all of that. So if you guys are interested, hit us up, Sacramento Community Watch at gmail.com. I'll put it in the banner too as well. Let's keep watching.
Afternoon. I'm not sure if you remember. I was here about 4 or 5 years ago.
I wasn't here.
You weren't here. Is the lady that worked here then still here? No. I was in here with a camera, and then she called the police on me because it was illegal to film in the library.
Right.
Yeah. Has anything changed since then?
So that person is no longer the director here. So
Did she get fired?
No.
Okay. Is it still illegal to film in the library?
We are a limited public space. You are welcome to film here within your rights.
So, I don't understand, but if you're a limited public space, which you're not, you're a public forum, the American Library Association, whom I checked in, you're accredited through them, also recognizes that their libraries are not limited or non-public forums. They are public forums. The only thing limited public about this library, for example, would be if you had a separate room and they had a children's book reading, or you had an elder services yoga class. Those are services someone wouldn't regularly expect to get at a library.
Sure.
So
So what do you think limited public space means?
Well, it's exactly that in a library.
Okay.
It's something a person wouldn't reasonably expect to get services from at a library. A person wouldn't expect to go to a library and get a magic show or yoga classes.
Sure. So
This
there
is
are some limits to the use of public space.
What are those
exactly
limits?
What you're saying.
What are the limits in your mind?
In my mind, that means you're not going to follow people into the bathroom. You're not going to follow people into private spaces that exist within the library.
What private spaces are here?
Bathrooms are super private.
Yeah, I'm not going to go in the bathroom.
Phrasing.
Phrasing.
So, folks, there is no auditor on earth who is going to walk into a bathroom with a camera active. I should point out, we turn them off. We hand them off to other auditors. But no, you never. That's the number one unwritten rule of auditing is on the no list is you never walk into a bathroom with a camera. That is not that is a big no. never in a bathroom.
I want to see you. I don't want to see you pee. Do you want to see me go in the bathroom?
I don't, but
Spill I cup.
You just hear.
Okay, so besides the bathroom, which everyone knows you're getting fresh with me, besides the bathroom, what else are we talking about, smart guy?
Sure. So gatherings where, like you said, if someone's at a magic show in the back and the doors are closed.
Show me where in this library I can't go right now so I know, besides the bathroom.
We'd like for you not to be in the bathroom. There's a private gathering in the back room. Past that, you are welcome to film.
So there's a private gathering.
There is a private gathering.
Just back towards where I'm walking to?
Come on, let's go look. You need to see. There are some nice ladies in that room that says not an exit, having a nice little meeting.
Hello, ladies. How are you today? I'm sorry? Oh, I'm doing great. You guys have a wonderful day. So that wouldn't be the whole limited public forum thing, because people sitting down and gathering in a library is not something that a normal person would expect not to see in a library. And you did the whole thing when I was talking about going in the bathroom, where you said, "Are you sure you don't want to go in the bathroom?" You were getting a little fresh with me, right?
Okay.
Right. I mean, so
That's what you're saying.
Well, let's not do that again. Okay. I need you to de-escalate. Don't give me that passive aggressive. Okay.
Look, I'm just trying to make sure.
I don't care what you're trying. The only thing you should be
Sir?
trying. No,
Sir?
don't interrupt me. You work for me.
No,
Okay.
sir.
I don't know what's going on with your chin.
Shit.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
You don't understand this, dude, but you work for the public. He is the public. He's representing the public. So this is one where like the audit might ding him for, because like you work for me sort of thing. Like you with this is like our cop car, but yeah, he's your boss. You don't know it, but he owns you and he is owning you.
Looks like a furry testicle. Let's get past it.
Sir, we are going
And, and what do you think the chances of that are going to be?
Sir, you cannot come in here.
Oh, I can't.
Start insulting.
You know what? The last library director doesn't work here after my last video. What do you think the chances of you working here after this video are?
Sir, I
my
appreciate
track
that you've
record's
been
pretty
here.
good. All right, get this.
I appreciate that you have a right to film.
Yeah,
you do not have
here,
a right to come in here and start.
I don't have the right. I don't have the right to free speech.
This is a civil situation.
We're trying to keep
Do
it that
you-
way, ma'am.
Do you want me to call someone about this?
We don't need to call anyone right now.
But you just said you wanted to call.
Yeah, don't call 911, lady. Don't call 911. Besides, lady.
Who the hell are you?
The police because you didn't like what I said.
I never said.
It's interesting
I said I asked you to leave.
in a library. I'm going to stay here.
Have the right to come in and start insulting people against policies.
Oh, there's a policy against it.
There's a policy against
So
insulting staff.
let me ask. Absolutely. Let me ask you a question. All the examples on these shelves are free speech, right? So in a house that is from floor to ceiling, wall to wall, dedicated to free speech, you're asking me to leave over mine? Why don't you're punching above your weight class? Why don't you beat it?
I'm asking you to treat.
I don't care what you're asking me to do. I'm asking you to give me $100. Can I borrow $100? No. Yeah, it didn't work out, right? I hope you're having a nice day, ma'am. Nice to meet you.
I'm recording for y'all. I don't like the behavior I'm seeing out of these derelicts.
Derelicts. Wow.
Oh, you just pissed off
4 years.
AFA.
Like, are you another library director that's got to go, my friend? The last one should have learned their lesson. I don't know if she did, but you certainly didn't. Trying to tell me stuff that you don't know.
Sir, I've told you you are welcome to film.
I don't need you to tell me what I'm welcome to do.
What do you want?
I want you, right? I'll make it very simple for you. I want you to scurry your little feetsy potatoes behind that desk and close that little mouth for moving. It's doing this. I want it to do this. Can you make that happen for me?
No, I cannot. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't be quiet.
I know, because you're government, right?
Actually,
You're
not
trying
government.
to
We're
assert
not
your
city
will.
employees.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, B-Dog, B More. We do this for you guys. We love that you guys join us and chat with us. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to all of the content that we provide you guys. And if you've got a moment, don't forget to join hit the join button on Sacramento Community Watch and become a virtual watchman and get exclusive content.
And shout out to Sacramento. I love my city. Shout out.
Yep.
I don't work for the government.
Oh, you don't work. This place.
This is
my
not
research is
a
wrong.
city.
You don't
This is not a
receive.
city building.
You don't receive city and federal funding. That's so strange because the reports from the town say that you do.
So you're smart enough to understand differences, right?
I'm smart enough to not understand you because
We
intelligent
are
people
not.
normally can't talk to people that are less than.
You're not interested
You
in learning.
you just can't talk.
He's just trying
Why
You
to
can't
get
I
can't
talk?
because
He's
you,
trying to get a reaction.
you're
Why can't I talk?
you need to stop talking. You don't have the ability to. Just how about this? I'm gonna walk over here.
So he's probably going to argue that, like, oh, we're not underneath the city. I get paid from the county, the
county.
library, the library commission, which is a county entity. It's the county library commission. So it's still it's so funny how they use synonyms for public. It's like, oh, this is a public property. No, this is county property. Oh, thank you for you. Do you know what a synonym is? Because you just basically proved me right. Thank you. They are government employees, period. Yes, they are. If you
100%.
Just because you work for the city, yes, you are a government employee. Just because you work for a county or a library board, it's something that's paid for with county tax dollars, federal tax dollars, any kind of tax dollars.
I don't want to hear your voice.
You.
Your breath smells like
Oh,
butthole.
I'm
What
so
have you been
sorry.
eating? Dude, come close to me.
I don't want to come close to
All
you.
right, then you better back the
I'm standing right here.
He's just trying to get a rise out of
Why is you?
I understand.
I knew a friend from back in St. Louis who could get one of those looks. So this guy is thoroughly annoyed. He just doesn't want. He wants to lash out, but he knows he can't. That's what that look is.
What is it that I do for a living?
I'm asking.
I don't get told to what I have to do.
What do you do for a living?
Let me
I'm
ask
just
you.
asking. I'm curious.
So what I do for a living, that's a fair question, is I normally take my camera and I travel to places and then I find people that work in a public capacity acting like holes. And you have made it so my streak has yet to been broken. Okay? Thanks, sweetheart. I love
here
you.
for you.
Thanks,
Love you
Cupcake.
too, buddy.
Thanks, Cupcake.
YouTube.
A cupcake does sound good right about now.
Trying to sneak up.
Oh, I got some German chocolate cake waiting for me in the refrigerator.
Oh, come on. You asshole.
I forgot what hubby and father-in-law had. I'll have to look it up.
Mommy?
I'm just following you, buddy.
You're not fast enough for that, man. Trying to sneak up on me, man? He has those, 10-second abs? He has the 10-year abs. You should get a job just stating the obvious, because you're fantastic at it. We have a guy that's here filming.
You guys should get a job and get a life.
Harvey Freebird is
Get a job and get a life. Okay, apparently he has a life, he has a job, and he loves doing his job. He gets to travel around the country and goes to places like this and revisit and find tyrants all over again. Who wouldn't love that job? Go travel around and see the country and document your travels. Thank you, Levi.
He's doing the opposite. So he's doing a report and an investigation on us. It's fantastic. We went into this place. Everyone was really, really nice. And then he went in with spy glasses and they all talk smack about us.
I should get some spy glasses.
I know, right?
I need to go to the eye doctor anyways.
Did he like run to the other side?
He's playing cat and mouse with the guy. He's trying to play cat and mouse with him.
I'm done.
He's looking for me down there.
So who would you say has the better job? Would it be AFA or the librarian?
Definitely AFA.
Definitely AFA, yeah. I mean, I'm glad he can make money off of this.
Oh, he ran. Okay.
Oh, he ran. Again, he's Captain Obvious here, folks.
I'll come back and talk to you.
Sure. Hello.
Hi, sweetheart.
I don't want him recording what I'm
Hello.
saying.
What do you
Hello.
read?
How are you?
What books do you read?
What are you
books do you
doing?
You like to go to libraries. What do you read?
I can't even read, man. You trying to make fun of me?
I'm not asking you. I'm just asking
You're just asking me because you know I couldn't read, so now you're asking me what I read. Are you making fun of me? You're making fun of me for that, right?
Can't read?
I like Dante. Do you read Dante?
Tell me about Dante.
Oh, sure. All the heavens, all the hells, all the gods are within you.
Wonderful.
Right? So all your fears and all the stuff that you're projecting on me, that's all within yourself right now, buddy. You're trying to make it appear as if you're not deeply affected by what's going on. And you're trying to be fake nice while asserting your perceived authority onto me. And you think...
Again, like Levi Audit said, shout out to Levi Audits, our brother. The guy is losing it on the inside. He's trying to hide it.
He wants to go back to his bedroom and scream into the pillow.
Yeah.
When I got frustrated working for a pizza place, I would go back into the walk-in and just scream when I got frustrated. So this guy has no place he can go to scream because he works in a library. You got to be quiet, folks. You can't scream in a library.
What's going on? But speaking of reading, you're a book and you're very easy to read. Okay. All right, it's the English language. It's basic reading material. You're very basic.
I do speak English.
Huh?
I do speak.
What else do you speak?
That's it.
Parlez-vous français?
No. You?
No. Habla inglés? I can speak a little bit of French. I can speak Spanish. I can speak some Italian. If you want to compare education,
I don't.
like, what do you want to, like, it seems like you're trying to compare something with me.
I'm just talking to you.
Okay. Why?
I'm trying to be friendly.
Why? Do you think I want to be friends with you?
No.
Okay, perfect. So, what stops you from being able to disengage from the situation?
You came right here to engage.
I didn't engage you. You were talking to him. I was just standing here.
Oh, okay. I'll come over here.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sweetheart.
And folks, in case you don't know, when you start going into the South like that, calling people sweetheart is a backhanded insult sometimes, depending on to whom and how you say it to.
Absolutely. You guys, be sure to smash that thumbs up button for us. That like button.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hit that like button. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to all the channels down in the description, folks. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Show us some love. We do this for you, folks.
All right, I wanted to come back here because I wanted to see if things had changed since the last time. That lady that was sitting down eating her Sonic, she's very, very nice. And I hope that she has a fabulous day. All right. Yeah, you take care, man. Have a good day. And I'm just saying, for future, someone comes in here, you were the one that had first brought up limited public forum, and I would suggest, realistically, that you read into, and if you actually go to the American Library Association, you go to their website, they very detail, in great detail, they describe what a limited public forum is. I think it might be better understanding.
Do you feel like we tried to restrict you in any way today?
I didn't like your attitude.
No, that's fair. But did you feel like we tried
Well,
to
you did originally try and tell me, like, listen, it's the bathroom. And then I said, oh, I know I don't have to go to the bathroom. You made a little smart aleck comment. That was before I gave you...
Before we were friends. I'm sorry.
Well, it was before I even gave you any comments, right? I wasn't being wise with you at that point. You threw it at me, so you earned what you got after that. But,
But
I
do
mean...
you feel like we tried
you told
to
me I couldn't...
illegally stop you from doing anything you wanted to do?
You told me, I asked you to tell me the one place I can't go. And you said, in that back room, there's people there.
Yes.
And then I went to that back room after you told me I couldn't go to it.
Okay.
So you told me I couldn't go someplace I was allowed to go, correct?
We would have much have rather you not gone.
Right, but you told me, and I didn't film them.
Oh, great. Because
Okay.
you had the camera, so I thought you were filming.
Yeah, there was no reason for me to film. I didn't feel like it. But you told me I couldn't go there, and it was a place I could go. So if someone's like gauging, have rights been violated, or did we do something wrong, you, in a public capacity, told me, a private citizen, I couldn't go to a place that I'm perfectly able to go to. So I would say that, yes, you did inhibit my ability to do what I was doing. I went anyways. You didn't physically restrict me. You didn't put your hands on me.
Okay.
So it didn't rise to that level.
So my understanding, and you can correct me, because obviously you put a little more time in this than I have, is that...
Oh, you've been corrected.
And to be quite honest, you're talking to, again, he was right. You were punching above your weight class. You are talking to an OG professional First Amendment auditor, who has thousands of hours under his belt doing this stuff. And he's telling a public official with no training how it needs to be and what it should be. And he do good the heated advice, because Levi is correct. He completely crushed this guy.
Crunchy like Cheetos, for real.
And AFA is giving him sound advice. You need to go to your library board or whatever, the library website that he was talking about, and reread, what a traditional public forum and a limited public forum is.
Well, check it out. Check it out.
Because even in a limited public forum, you have to have reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions. And if you can't be reasonable with it, reverts back to the public forum again.
All bets are off.
If there is a private program going on in an area of the forum that is closed off, that we can say...
So what event was going on there, guy? It looked like a couple of people just gathering to play maybe checkers or something. There's nothing wrong. That doesn't instantly turn it into a private forum.
You can't go back in there and film that. That's my understanding.
Just
That's not
several ladies sitting down in a library. Like, you have to look at it like this. Like, okay, this activity that's happening, would a reasonable person expect for this to happen in a library? A reasonable person would expect a couple ladies to be gathered within a library, right? I didn't decide to go in there because they're older ladies and they're just sitting down chatting. There was nothing that would add importance or relevance to what I'm doing.
Okay.
But if there's like a magic show, like I gave you very clear
examples. So if the ladies
examples.
were up and dancing, you would walk in there and say, "Oh, I can't film this." That's just not. I wouldn't expect.
I wouldn't say dancing. Yeah, I've seen people dancing in libraries.
What? So other than music rooms, what would they be doing in there? That would make you think?
Yoga classes. Have you seen yoga being performed?
Let's see, yoga classes, a private meeting that they reserve the room for. There's other things. If they're just coming in and just taking over the room, it's still a publicly accessible area that the public is allowed to use and access. Mm-hmm. Just because a couple ladies go in there doesn't just to privately to find some privacy away from the rest of the library doesn't mean that it instantly turns into a private forum. He's absolutely correct. Exactly. You got to know when and how it turns into a private forum.
Library.
Well, I mean, we have.
Have you seen people doing seances in a library?
No.
Have you seen people, triple French braiding a billy goat in a library?
Okay.
Okay, you see what I'm saying?
So something
here?
more exotic than just a meeting.
It doesn't have to be exotic. It's just something you haven't seen in a library. Okay. You ever seen someone grilling hot dogs in a library? That's not super exotic. I'm sure you do that, but you haven't seen it, have you?
Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. All right. I get it.
You don't, but just read up on it for me. All right. He's the nice guy. I'm going to leave you with him so you can feel better about yourself.
a good day.
I think you guys should shake hands after be friends.
I don't mind. I mean, I'll give you a pound.
Sweaty. All right.
Nice to meet you. Sorry, I gotta take this.
Oh, bro.
Y'all need to get a job. Get a life.
We'll catch you on the next one. That's the reason I stopped you today.
And that's the reason why we stopped you today, folks. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. I don't think we have anything else for cleanup tonight, but we do appreciate you guys joining us tonight. And shout out to everybody who showed up on our live stream through the chat. So unfortunately, unfortunately no super chats tonight, folks, or any donations, but we do thank you guys. We do love you guys. We do this all for you. We want to make you guys happy and entertained, but we tend to want to try to do these once a week, so try to catch us on Thursdays or Saturdays right now as kind of our open periods if we're feeling up to it. But we got to pay for the software. We might as well use it. So, keep joining us. So anything else you got to say tonight, Chief?
No, we appreciate you guys for joining us. Thank you for joining the Sacramento Community Watch.
Yep. And here comes the outro, folks. Have a good night.